wins and losses there, always smiling faces, gunning along the Scotchwood Road to see the bleeding races.
Hi everyone, I'm FM Greeno and welcome along to episode 16 of my FM21 save with Newcastle United. So we have reached the beginning of season 3. You'll remember season 2 ended very successfully with us finishing 4th in the league, winning the FA Cup and beating Real Madrid in the Europa League final. So a really unexpectedly good season, to be honest. So we've been through the pre-season period now. As you can see, we have done very well. We have won every single game we've played. Some very good wins, including, of course, this Community Shield win against Manchester United, where we've beat them 4-2. We have them coming up again in the Euro Super Cup in a couple of weeks, so that's something to look forward to. But today, we will be taking on Bournemouth at Dean Court, something that's pretty close to my heart, of course, being a Bournemouth fan. So it's a nice game to have first up. We've been very busy over the summer though, upgrading the squad with our eyes on a Champions League campaign. So let's go and have a little look at the transfers and see who we've brought in. Well, actually, we'll start with the players who've moved out from the club. We have a couple that went before the game refreshed for the summer. So Manquillo, the fullback, went off to Celtic, and Jeff Hendrick has moved to West Brom. Taking a look at what's happened during the summer break. We sold a youngster, Elliot Anderson, to Aston Villa. I really don't know what they see in him. He looked absolute rubbish to me, but they've stumped up £6 million for him, so that's good. A couple of the older centre-halves have moved on. Federico Fernandez and Fabian Schär have moved out. Dubravka left to go to Milan. You'll see why in a minute. Isaac Hayden has gone to Betis. Wilshere left at the end of his contract and has gone to Korea. Finally, we let the snake out with his little box. Ryan Fraser has gone off to Bologna. We kind of made sure we upset him as much as possible in the little post-transfer meeting, though. Basically telling him he was rubbish and we didn't want anything to do with him. So he wasn't very happy with that, but we're finally rid. The one player that was a bit of a surprise for me to move out is Santos Borré, the striker we had, the Colombian lad. He was getting really upset that he wasn't keeping Wilson out of the team for every single game. Sevilla came in with a bid of £45 million for him, so we've let him go. We are still on the lookout for a decent striker as a backup to Wilson. We've got players in the squad who can do that, but they're kind of first-team starters in other positions, so I'd quite like to, get someone else in if possible. Now, looking at the ins, we brought in Ben White, the centre-half from Southampton. He'd moved on to from Brighton. We kind of need a few more English bodies in the squad with the Champions League campaign coming up. So we brought him in. A couple of decent midfielders. Adrian Fine from Bayern Munich and Madi Camara from Olympiacos. They'll be kind of in and about the first team for sure. This is the reason that we let Dubravka go to Milan. We managed to get Onana on a free from Ajax. So he will be competing with Livakovic for a starting berth. Unfortunately, Livakovic just broke his leg, mind, so there won't be much competition for a little while. Another big move here. Camavinga has come in. We've paid big money for him, but for that sort of quality, you have to pay big money. And we managed to get in ahead of some fairly big teams who were looking to bring him in, so I'm happy with that. James Milner. Now, this goes against all the club kind of ethos of signing young players, but with his experience, his versatility, and being an English player, he was on a free transfer, and I thought it was just a no-brainer to bring him in and have him in and around the squad. He can play in the middle of midfield, he can play at left back, he can play at right back. He'll be a useful kind of versatile option for us. The other one that we spent some money on, Axel Tuanzebe, the Man United defender. We brought him in ostensibly as centre-back cover, although he can play right back. He only has crossing of 3 though, so that doesn't really fit very well with my attacking wing-back system. But there may be occasions where we need to use him there. We'll see. So overall, I think that was a pretty positive overhaul of the squad, and we've done it pretty much at a net transfer spend of 0. So I'm really happy with the business that we've done. We seem to be going up in the bookies' estimations too. This is the first time we've been predicted to finish in the top half of the table. We're predicted to finish 7th. which, you know, is fair enough. All of the big six are above us. We're considered the best of the rest, but I still think we'll be in and amongst the hunt for the Champions League places again. One thing worthy of note in terms of summer transfer business, Neymar has gone to Manchester United on a free. We tried to sign him, but he was not interested in coming. And to be honest, on 350 grand a week, we probably couldn't have afforded him anyway. So let's head down to Dean Court now and see how we're set up for today's game. So we're going to stick with the positive 4-3-3 gegenpress style that served us so well last season. I think the players that we brought in kind of suit that system pretty well. A few of the new boys get a look in today. So Onana starts in goal. Obviously, Livakovic with a broken leg is out for some time, so Onana is going to be first choice. We've brought in Ben White at centre-half. I think probably I would have started Aya if he had been fit, but he's just picked up a little knock, so he misses out today. Camavinga comes into the defensive midfield role, and we're going to use him as a half-back. Fine is the guy who gets the nod in central midfield today. There's going to be a lot of competition for this spot, certainly. We've got him, we've got Camara, we've got the Longstaff brothers, we've got Villena. Van Ginkel we're trying to get out of the club at the moment because I don't think there's a spot for him anymore. And the other four players in the team we all know very, very well. Szoboszlai, San Maximin, Neres and Wilson. Wilson is the only natural striker I have in the squad currently. So if anything happens to him, we're going to rely on San Maximin or Neres to step into that striking role, and we'll bring in someone from the squad into those wide areas. So it's not a disaster, but I still would like to get some cover in. Anyway, Bournemouth await. Well, after the United game in the Community Shield, I think we're set for a very good season. We played very, very well against them, so hopefully we should do well against a team. Much as I love Bournemouth, you probably don't see them as one of the strongest teams in the league. And have we taken the lead in the second minute? It looks like it. Callum Wilson celebrating against his old club. A bit naughty. But what a start to the game that is. Camavinga down to Szoboszlai. Good ball out to Neres, who nods it into the path of Wilson. First time, left foot volley finish. What a lovely goal. It's nice to see Bournemouth still have a few players that are in and around the current squad. I saw Metbum starting there, Brooks and Lerma. I did notice both Lewis Cook and Steve Cook and Solanke are on the bench. We're in the 7th minute now, looking to build another attack, but we've given the ball away there. Won it back, Szoboszlai to Wilson, San Maximin. Neres to Szoboszlai. Oh, what a great goal. And with only 7 minutes on the clock, we're already 2-0 up. I wonder why Bournemouth are... Oh, they must be rebuilding Dean Court, I suppose. Quite often this happens in game, because Dean Court is such a woefully inadequate shed of a ground. They end up playing at Reading for a couple of seasons while they redevelop it. So I guess that's what's happened here. "15 minutes in, and Bournemouth have not had a single shot yet. We are completely bossing this game. Neres to Jedvaj. Jedvaj is a player who's under a little bit of pressure in the team, I think. But, oh, goodness me. He's played his part in another goal. Neres. And before the 20-minute mark, we're 3-0 up. This could be a cricket score at this rate. Yeah, as I said with Jedvaj, we have Johansson, who we brought in last season. Plus Twanzebe can play on that side if we need a more steady defensive option. I'd say he's not such a good attacker. And of course, Ben White can also play there if needs be. So we have 4 good options at right back if we need them. Actually 5, because Milner can play there. Milner is going to be our backup left back. Jamal Lewis is first choice. We don't have another recognised left back in the squad. But as we've all seen over the last few years, Milner can do that very adequately. Oh, goodness me, an opportunity for a 4th there. Bournemouth are getting absolutely destroyed. A little quiet period in the game, though, so perhaps they've steadied the ship a little bit. Jedvaj with a throw to Neres. Back to Jedvaj. Fine. Finds Camavinga, stepping forward. He looks backwards toward Gigo, just keeping the ball. Ben White. Towards Wilson. That's headed clear, though. And can Bournemouth build something here? Bernard on the ball. Jefferson Lerma. Oh, I thought he'd given the ball away to us then. That's offside, surely. Armstrong was miles off, wasn't he? Armstrong is a player that we actually did look at in terms of bringing in a striking option. The benefit of him is he's actually homegrown at club for Newcastle. But Bournemouth wanted 70 million quid for him and he's not that good. So it wasn't really worth doing, to be honest. We might look at it again if Bournemouth are prepared to be a bit more reasonable. But and I think they could probably do with cashing in and buying some defenders by the looks of it, because it's 4-0 to Newcastle now. Going to Soboslai. Neres again. Does well. Wilson back to Neres. And a very cool finish. So, well, this first half has gone pretty much as well as as you'd want it to. I mean, look at this XG match story here. Bournemouth have an XG of 0.19. We have 2.33. Brilliant. So, I think we can praise the guys and tell them that we're very happy with how things are going and just send them back out for the second half. I can't see there's anything we need to change. Soboslai's fitness is looking a little weak, so that's something for us to keep a little bit of an eye on. I think with a comfortable lead like this, there's no point tiring anyone out too much. Here's David Brooks running down the right. That's a good challenge on him, but we don't win the ball. Ben Whitehead's clear, and here comes Neres. Is he going to do it all himself? It looks like he's going to try. Unfortunately, the shot wasn't quite up to the standard of the run he'd made. And so we're up to the hour mark now. It's still only 4-0. And I think we might look at taking Soboslai off, give him a little bit of a rest. I think he's done quite well so far. So in this case, we're not going to bring Milner on for him. I think we'll bring Camara on. And we'll maybe swap him and Fine around. So around 20 minutes to go. Second half has been a lot less eventful than the first half. We haven't added to our 4-goal lead at half time. We have an opportunity to here by the looks of it. Fine. And that is a fine finish. Set up by Kamara. So the two new boys combining in central midfield there. And that's a really nice goal. Lerma gave the ball away. Kamara picked it up. And Fine taking that very well first time. The ball coming from behind him. Left the keeper with no chance. And that's 5-0 now. So again, I think we can look at making a couple of changes now. Lewis Cook is on. He's already injured himself. Poor bloke. He's a great player, Lewis Cook, but he's kind of made out of glass a little bit. Oh, Bournemouth have pulled one back. Okay. Oh, that's not so good. It saves us a couple of quid in clean sheet bonuses, but that's not what we're all about. So Neres is the most tired, so he can come out and Praise Mendes comes on. And I don't normally like to take a centre-half off, but I think we might do that and give Twanzebe a little go. I don't think he wants really wanting to play as a ball-playing defender. Not that kind of player. But we'll give him a little 15-minute run out and see what he's all about. The Bournemouth have come much more into it in the second half. They've had a few more shots. The game is petering out now, though. Nothing happening. No highlights in injury time. But you've got to be happy with that. A 5-1 away win to start the season. So we've come back for the European Super Cup game against Manchester United. A game that's taking place in Frankfurt. We've got a very strong side out today. Ayer is back available, so he comes into the side. Gigo is the guy who drops down to the bench. White, I just think he's got a little bit more pace about him than Gigo has and might come in useful against Manchester United. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same team you saw last time. We rested a couple of players for the Watford game. Neres was given a day off and Almiron had come in. But this is the team I think gives us the best chance against Man United. Let's go to the game. Here's how Manchester United are lining up. You can see they've just signed Tammy Abraham, which is a good signing for them. Of course, Neymar starts. So we'll have to keep a very close eye on him. We have set the instruction to boot the crap out of him. So we know he's not too fond of being kicked. And off we go. I think it's a mark of how good our squad is going forward that in the pre-match advice centre, it said we should go very attacking against Manchester United, which is not something a lot of teams would be willing to do, and not something I actually have done. Their squad is very, very strong. I think probably a little bit weaker at the back than they'd like. I mean, Lindelof is still in the team. This is a very even game, a little bit more even than the Community Shield was. We beat them 4-2 in that game, if you remember. Not a great spectacle so far. Highlight here starts with De Gea, though. Can we get this ball? We don't. Pogba through to Martial, and a good save by Onana at his near post. I think Martial was offside anyway. Another highlight here starts with United on the ball, though. Pogba out wide to Wan-Bissaka. Good cross in. Aya clears it, and Neres is on the ball. And he is going to counter-attack and plays Wilson through. Oh, my goodness. I thought he was about to pull the trigger then. I thought it was going to be one of two outcomes. Either a red card for that defender sliding in or the ball hitting the back of the net. But it was a great challenge in the end. United are passing the ball around very nicely. No foul there, please. No foul. Pogba into Neymar, Fernandez. Oh, great save, Onana. Defence was a bit at 6s and 7s there, so let's clear that. Very good. And half-time is pretty much upon us, so if the ref could just blow his whistle now, that would be helpful. Onana picks up the ball from the cross, and that's it. Half-time. So it's been an even game. We have not had a shot on target yet, though, so I think we need to tell the boys we want a little bit more. So we're not happy with their performance. That's motivated them a bit. Let's hope it motivates them into some more goal-scoring opportunities. Starts with the United highlight again, though. Neymar on the ball. We do not want him running at us like that. Good clearance, but only to United feet. Wan-Bissaka again. Finds Mason, Greenwood, Fernandez. They've got players who could score from anywhere, haven't they? Greenwood with a strike onto the post, but I think he was offside. I really don't know why we're not getting shots on target here. So Fine is looking tired. Okay, so luckily we have plenty of adequate replacements for him. Camara is probably the most natural one, so we will bring him on. He's had a little knock recently, but I think he's recovered fully from that. Okay, highlight for us. No. Very briefly, I thought it was a highlight for us. Here we go. Camavinga on the ball. Oh, it's given away. Bit of pinball in midfield here. San Maximan is on the ball, though. What can he do? He scores! You have to say it's against the run of play a little bit. And it's not the greatest strike of his career. We've seen some much better ones in the live comms even. And there have been some great ones when I've been offline. He comes inside, beats one man, finds himself a little pocket of space. De Gea will be disappointed he hasn't done better with that. And we take a relatively undeserved 1-0 win. So, is it time to make another change or two? I think so. There's a lot of tired legs out there, including Aya. So, I don't know how many subs you're allowed to make in this game, actually. I don't know if it's 3 subs or more. European games have different rules, don't they? So, let's bring Gigo on, I think. And who's tired in midfield? Szoboszlai, as always, is tired. Camavinga is tired. So let's think about bringing Zakaria on for him. Jedvaj with a throw. Here's Neres. Oh, what an effort that is! With his left foot. Arrowed into the bottom corner. He's not having a great game. He's one of the players I was just looking at thinking, Yeah, maybe he should come off. His rating was not good. But he's pulled that one out of the bag, hasn't he? That's his 4th goal of the season so far, and we're 2-0 up. Now I'm going to see whether I can make another change or not. San Maximan is knackered. They're saying to bring Milner on for him. That doesn't sound like a very good idea, but we might. No, we can't make any more substitutions. Okay. So, it is what it is. We just have to play through to the final whistle now. Opportunity here for United again. Correa on the ball. Fernandez. That's good defending to block the ball. San Maximan can't find Wilson with the ball forward. Harry Maguire lumbering forward. Lindelof, that's a great ball into Fernandez. Fortunately, the finish was not very good. Onana gathers comfortably. This could be another opportunity for them here, though. Oh, good effort from Martial. And luckily, Onana had his wits about him there. Goodness me. How many opportunities are United going to have? Well, I think you can say that was coming. He just had 3 shots in a row in the same highlight. Okay. It was a good finish by Martial, but our defence had parted like the Red Sea. And Onana just lay down as if he was going to go for a little kip. Into the final 5 minutes, though. We still have the 1-goal advantage. Can we hold on? 5 minutes of injury time. Another highlight, though, with 2 minutes to go. San Maximan on the ball. Can he play a good ball into Neres? Yes. Oh, it's cleared, though. And could this be a counter-attack for United? With just moments to go in the game. Oh, they've scored. Oh, my word. How disappointing. Martial with a good run there. Fernandez pulls it back to Correa. Ball ricochets off the defender, back to his feet, and he's able to finish. And so it's 2 apiece. Does that mean we're going to penalties? Oh, maybe not even going to get that far. Oh! They've scored again. Oh, I don't believe it. What a spawny goal. Lewis, what are you doing, man? Okay. Well, we'd been filling up the trophy cabinet quite nicely at St James's Park recently, but unfortunately, the European Super Cup is not one we're going to add. Man United have won it. Disappointing. We should really have seen that game out. With just a couple of minutes of injury time left. We were 2-1 up. But we have lost the game. Well, after that fairly disappointing capitulation and injury time against Man United, it's back to league action and a game against Leicester. Lots going on in the competitions this season, as you can see from this screen. We have the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup still to come, and the Champions League draw will be in a week's time or so. First game slated to take place in the middle of September, so I guess that's as good a place for us to come back as any. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. The first game against Bournemouth was a belter at least. If you did enjoy it, please consider dropping a like on there for me and help me get seen by more people. And if you've got any comments to make about this episode or the series as a whole, I'd love to see them too. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Got a lot of good content on there coming for FM21. We've just started the Hungarian national team save, the Mighty Magyars, so check that out too. Anyway, it just remains for me to thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon for some more action with Newcastle. Bye for now.